Hey everybody, it's Cassie and welcome to my channel. Today is day 18 of Strike Back Videoathon and it is series that I want to finish. Now all of these series are series that I have read and all of the books have already been out and published. I just need to either get them and finish them or get them off my shelves and finish them. A lot of these books I only own the first book, so I'd have to get the rest of them. But let's get into this. The first book I have here is City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. I have read the first 3 books of the Mortal Instruments series, so I would like to continue on to see the end result of this series. I mean, I didn't much care for this book, but a lot of people does not, so I don't feel alone. But I do want to continue on, and I want to start all the other series that are in this world because I hear it just keeps getting better and better. The next series, I do own all the books, and that is Harry Potter. I need to read the last 3 books, and I plan to this year. I love the world so much, and these books are so nostalgic to all of us, or so many people, I think, and I need to finish them. It's been too long. The next series I have heard the rest of the series is so amazing. Her writing is absolutely phenomenal. And that is The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. I loved the first book. I loved how it had the psychic connection in it where, you know, she can see the dead, talk to the dead, and how there was a twist in the story that I was surprised to see, but I don't know how I did not see it coming. And I love the boys, and I love Blue, and I've only read this book, so I need to finish it so I know what the hype is surrounding the whole entire series. Another series I would like to finish is Cinder by Marissa Meyer, The Lunar Chronicles. I have mentioned before that I only have read the first 2 books, Cinder and Scarlet, so I need to read Cress and Winter, and I guess I should read Fairest and Stars Above, but to be honest, I don't know if I'm going to. I may just keep it to the 4 main fairy tale princesses. I think the side books are about Queen Lavanna, I think. I'm not entirely sure, but this is a series that I plan on trying to finish this year. The next one, I really loved the 2 books that I read of this series, or trilogy, and I have not read the last one yet because I want to get it on paperback to match the rest of the books, and that is The Remnant Chronicles, and the first book here is The Kiss of Deception by Mary E. Pearson. And I love the cover, I love the green. The next one is blue, and I think the next book is kind of like a purplish blue, but I loved this series. It is a very, very slow-paced read. Some people could not get into it, but I mean, I did, and I loved it. I enjoyed it. There is a love triangle in here, but that is my guilty pleasure when it comes to reading books. I know a lot of people hate love triangles, but I love them, and I love this book. I love the characters. And in this book, you can't tell who the 2 guy characters are. You cannot tell which one is which, and she wrote it that way until the end, until you find out. And I think part of that is what frustrated certain readers, but it fascinated me because you could like one over the other and not know who their real names were. I mean, you can't, it's like judging a book by their cover. You can't, one's the prince, one's the assassin, you don't know who's who by their names yet, and you figure it out towards the end. Another series I want to finish is the Witch and Wizard series by James Patterson. I have read the first 3 books, and I need to read The Kiss and The Lost. I may actually do a reread of all of the books, so I know what's actually happening in the last books. But when I did read these books, I was starting to get into reading. I read these books around the time I read the Moorhawk trilogy, and so this series and that series really helped me get back into reading again. And I'm so thankful for these books. I love these books. I love the magic in this. As you can tell in this book, one of the characters is, she can control fire, and she and her brother go on a quest to find their parents. And they meet all new characters, all new kids their age, and they also try to rescue them from what is going down with the big political people. But I do love this book. I love the world. I love the characters. A duology I want to finish is The Wrath and the Dawn duology by Renee Ahdieh. I think this is gorgeous. I think the book is absolutely beautiful. This is a 1001 Nights retelling. I loved this version of that story. I think I read this book in like a day or two. It was a very fast read for me. I was very fascinated by it. I've heard this book is better than the second book, but that's still not going to stop me from finding out what happens, because at the end of this book, you're kind of left with the cliffhanger. And so I want to pick up the second book of this duology to see what happens between the two characters. And the last book I have here is Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. I think we all know what this series is about. I'm not going to go into detail, but I have only read this book, and I want to continue all the other books. I highly doubt I will complete all of them this year, because it's taken me over a year to even get back into them, because this book took me a whole month, and I'm scared to go into the other ones because they just keep getting bigger and bigger. So, yes, I do want to get back into this. I am rewatching the show, which is probably not a good idea, but I love this world so much. I'm curious. Now, I have not seen all of the episodes of this show, nor have I read all of the books. I'm so curious to see if Daenerys, and if she gets her kingdoms back, or what goes on. And you are probably all that have seen this and watching it be like, heh, she's in for it. And I'm just like, oh, what am I getting myself into? Should I watch the TV shows and just get it over with so I know what's coming in the books, because it's going to take me forever. But I love it. It's addicting. And I'm glad I have these books. Alright, so here are the 8 books of series that I would like to finish, either this year or just complete it all entirely. I am happy to have these books. I am glad I've had the opportunity to be able to read these books. And let me know down in the comments what series you would like to finish this year or just in general. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will talk to you next time. Bye!